Robert Morris pleads guilty to child sex abuse charges, awaiting sentencing. The conviction and guilty plea. Former Texas megachurch pastor Robert Morris, the founder of the massive Dallas area Gateway Church, has pleaded guilty to charges related to the sexual abuse of a child dating back more than 4 decades. Morris formally entered the guilty plea in Osage County, Oklahoma, reversing his earlier plea of not guilty. The charges are based on a grand jury indictment of 5 counts of lewd or indecent acts with a child. Details of the abuse. The case centers on the testimony of the victim, Cindy Clemisher, who chose to publicly identify herself. When it happened, the abuse began around Christmas Day in 1982, when Clemisher was just 12 years old. She has stated the abuse continued for 4 years. The circumstances at the time: Morris was a traveling evangelist in his early 20s and was a guest staying in Clemisher's family home in Hominy, Oklahoma. The charges: the felony charges allege that Morris intentionally touched the body or private parts of the child in a lewd or lascivious manner. Legal ramifications and fallout: facing prison time. The charges Morris pleaded guilty to are serious. Each of the 5 counts of lewd or indecent acts with a child carries a potential maximum sentence of up to 20 years in prison. The final sentence will be determined by the judge. Sex offender status: Morris is required to register as a sex offender as a condition of his guilty plea. Statute of limitations: this prosecution was made possible despite the decades-long gap due to a specific Oklahoma statute. The law pauses the statute of limitations for criminal charges if a suspect was not a resident of Oklahoma at the time of the alleged offense and has since left the state, which was the case for Morris. Resignation and civil suits: the allegations, which surfaced publicly in 2024, led to Morris's resignation from Gateway Church. Following his resignation, he and the church have been embroiled in multiple legal disputes, including a civil lawsuit filed by Cindy Clemisher and her father. That suit alleges defamation and that the church and its leaders knew about the abuse for years but covered it up. Morris, who once served as a spiritual advisor to political figures and led one of the country's largest congregations, is now awaiting his sentence in this decades-old case.